God. What a morning.
What a morning.
You know, I didn't anticipate having a red couch day.
We had a red couch day.
And I hate having emotions sometimes.
But we have them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And we have to have space for them.
Mm.
And I'm happy we did. I feel better.
I know. And we cleaned. Well, you cleaned and I watched.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand up.
It feels better in here.
It does. It's a little breathy. A little breathy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's my favorite time of year.
It is.
Halloween.
You got your flannel on today. Looking all cute.
My lumberjack.
Yeah. Lumberjack.
Yeah, with the hole in the pocket. Yeah.
It's very cute.
This one's been through a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
It has stories to tell.
Oh, God. Yeah. It's got burn marks. Its buttons chewed off with all sorts of stuff.
So it's October.
It is. My
Does it have any October stories to tell? I'm sure it's seen some good stuff.
Does it? I'm sure it has. Probably because I got it. It's my coming out flannel, actually.
Oh.
I literally got it like 3 days before I was kind of airplaned out to my family.
Oh.
And so it's seen a lot of snot and tears and other things.
Powerful.
Yeah. This thing is it's like
who needs tears and a necklace whenever you've got
you can have a
the
flannel. Like
it's been blessed.
It has been with lots of liquids.
Yeah. Oh my God. The lesbian flannel, the first.
It has. It's been through a couple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
I'm surprised it's made it this far. You must really like it.
That's the thing. That's what's so...
That's one of the things you say all the time is you give your things away.
Well, because I'm fucking stupid. And
that's who you
too
are as a
to
person,
go just get it back. But, no, this is the first one that I've actually gotten back.
Oh.
I got it back.
Oh.
Twice.
It was tainted too far with your tears. They didn't want it.
Like, which is fine. That's fine. But I've lost. She's the fourth one. She's the fourth one. I've lost 3 prior.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, So somewhere they're floating around in a Goodwill somewhere by now, I'm sure. That's quite a few. That's 33 years of flannels.
Yeah, it's probably going through the same process over and over and over again, too.
Probably recycled toilet paper at this point, which is
could
fine.
be.
It's whatever.
Cum
yeah,
rags.
This is the first one I got back, and I got it in 2020.
That's a cute cum rag, though.
Kristen. Oh, God. Well, yeah, I guess. It's clean, though.
Yeah.
It's been clean a long
really
time.
Cute. Yeah.
It's been clean a long time.
I'm into you and flannel go together.
Thank you.
For sure.
It's the manager in Home Depot for me.
You think so?
Well, that's what I'm told.
I don't know.
I was told one time that if I was a wrestler, my name would be Olga. Because that's what I look like, as an Olga. I'm like, thank you.
I can't see you as an Olga, but that's because there's an Olga in Richmond that I kind of look up to. She's just like star material. Beautiful.
Well, I'll be like her then. I'll be like her.
Yeah, and I think she might be Russian.
Oh.
But I follow her on Facebook, and I love everything that she posts. She's so cool.
Man, what it's like to be cool.
I know. Wouldn't it be nice?
You shut up. Listen here.
You think I'm cool?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know. You were just born that way, like Lady Gaga.
Was I?
No, you were not. Because I remember us in school. No, you were not cool. You were really scary. But,
yeah.
No. So how's your week? How's your week been?
It's been a little insane. We've been on fall break over here.
A little up and down.
And so as a mom and all my mom guilt, we didn't go anywhere.
A good staycation.
We had a staycation, and I was like, y'all are going to clean these rooms before the end of this week.
Did they?
No.
Well, yeah.
I've got to do it this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, it needs it bad. I need to deep clean it, but it's like that mom guilt thing. And I've also had the week off of clients this week. I've still had to do everything else, but I took the week off from clients. And so Monday, I feel like we had a home day. And then Tuesday, we went and rode horses and played ball at a friend's house.
I want to ride horses?
Yeah. Mars had a really, really good time. She's really into horses, but she always has been.
I used to want to be a rodeo clown.
She wants to be one of the people that ride like the guide horse in the races.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, those are my favorite horses. I want to ride one of those horses.
I used to want to do
I
that
want to
too,
be a guide
actually.
horse person.
Funny enough. I show jumped when I was a kid.
Did
right?
you?
Oh, yeah. I was convinced, me at, I guess that was 9, 10 years old. I was already like 5'8", you know, and like 700 pounds. And I was just like, I want to be a show jumper. Like, oh, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be an Olympian.
Yeah.
Know? And then they're like, you're too fat. You can't do it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I did it anyway.
We had that conversation while we were at the racetrack.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're going to be a pretty tall gal. And because she was like,
she's so lanky.
I wonder what it's like to ride a racehorse like that, to be a jockey.
It's so fun. I've done it once.
I was like, well, a lot of times the jockeys, they prefer to be very small in stature. That way they're more aerodynamic.
Get their little butts down.
Yeah. And they can get in there and not weigh the horse down at all. But there's other places where they would benefit from you. And I'm like, look, the people on the guide horses are normal sized people.
Yeah.
Or average height.
Well, they don't have to go at the speed of sound. Yeah. So it's fine.
And she was like, well, I want to do that. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's get it done.
Hit it, sister.
So if anybody needs a girl who's really into horses to be your guide horse person, she would totally be down. Hit me up.
Hit it. She's fresh.
But
fresh
so
meat.
we went and rode horses on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we went to the racetrack, and I took them out on a sushi date before the racetrack. Like I date my kids. Is that weird?
I probably wouldn't put it like that. No.
Yeah. But like I want to show them what love looks like.
Yeah.
You know? Like, so we go out and we have a nice meal at the restaurant. I get them all. They get dressed up. I tell them when we go to Keeneland, we have to look nice. Mm-hmm. So they dress themselves. Garrett put on, it was actually one of Marcy's shirts, but you couldn't really tell except for the collar had a little bit of frill on it. But fashion. It showed off his muscles.
It's high fashion.
Just looked like this little muscly kid there. And Marcy put on this cute little dress, and we just got all dressed up.
And her forces. Let's call. She had on her forces.
She had on her forces. Those are
the all whites.
Mm-hmm. They're like all dingy right now.
But no matter.
Yeah, like kids do. You know,
it happens.
But we went out and had a good time, and then what did we do that night? I can't remember. I feel like there was something. Oh, we had dinner with Colby that night. And then yesterday we went to the pumpkin patch. And the pumpkin patch now has rides. Like they have this little boat thing that goes back and forth with motorcycles on it. They got the swing ride that just spins.
No, I've seen too many videos of people like getting slung
like it's a whole amusement park now.
Eons. No. Just give me the fields.
It was pretty cool. And then we've done ball practice.
Yeah. But you know what else you've done? You've been playing Call of Duty with me.
I have been. Yeah. I have been. I got to get my rage out somehow. I get so overstimulated.
It's legal murdering.
Like this is how I let my kids know that I love them. They know that I get overstimulated in public situations. And sometimes Garrett will be like, actually, no, Mom, we don't need to go to the store. I'm good. And I'm like, bro, we're going to the store. You already said you needed to.
Right.
And so we'll go to the store or whatever, and then I get super overstimulated. Super overstimulated because I'm autistic. Then we go to the ballpark, and like I'm a cool person.
With 9 million of the town's finest.
Yeah, I'm a cool person, and I know a lot of people, and it's not because I'm a extrovert.
Not in the least.
I'm just evidently cool.
Right? I'm telling you.
People come and talk to me all the time, and I try to, like, the bitch face don't work. It don't work at all.
Because it's just because, no, it doesn't. Because people see through your bullshit.
But I'm constantly like, don't talk to me. Oh, God, you fucking talk to me.
But this is the same person that literally yesterday wanted to be like, I want to go talk in the game chat and talk some shit.
I love
to a bunch of random
it.
hateful men, I'm sure.
And I love hearing people's stories, actually. I love
Kristen,
when people come talk
nobody
to
is in
me.
a Call of Duty lobby to get therapy.
They will, though. That's how I've picked up all the other friends that I have on.
Yeah, and look at those.
I love all of them.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
But in, because I've been playing a lot of it because, I've been very limited in what activities that I can participate in.
Yeah.
Right. So I have, I got used to Fortnite where it censors you. Like, you can't have inappropriate names. You can't do anything like that. And then you start playing Call of Duty, and then it's just like one of the butt fuck your mom 84, and then, like, everything's got a 420 attached to it.
Oh, I forgot about reading. Oh, we'll have to do that another episode. I was going to read those messages too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're doing it now.
Okay.
And I've noticed some interesting, like, I've started keeping a list of some of the gamer tags that I've come across.
We've really come across some good ones. There's some pretty good ones in there.
And it's one of those things, I really appreciate the ones that you don't know what they're saying until you yell it out loud.
Yes.
Because, which is the case for the first one.
What is that one? There's a card game in there that, like, it says some crazy words and you've got to say it out loud.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but
I can't remember what it is. We should play that.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I love that What Do You Meme game. Oh, I laughed so hard I pissed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We need to do that.
Oh, it's so funny. It's great. But these just, it really shocks me what people come up with to be called in public, which, I mean, I can't say anything because my gamer tag is Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
So I want everyone to get murked by Chapel Roan.
I keep it simple.
Some people on my team sometimes, I think they kill me on purpose because they don't like her.
Probably.
And it's usually the ones with their tag is Trump.
Yeah. Those Trumpkins.
The MAGA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they don't like me. But it's fine. So we had quite a few last night, too.
Yeah.
I think I was just sitting in the living room earlier and I just busted out laughing because I thought about it. And I'd never heard any of these terms before, but now it's just like all I can think about. But his name was Clap Your Turd Cutter. Like,
Clap your turd cutter.
what?
He killed me.
He did.
That's why I was like, oh my God.
And you just howled. Like, it was just, or when you're running around and you get called, or I got killed by Ass Slapper 25.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one was good.
I wonder what the 25 stands for.
Maybe that's how many asses he slapped. It's bold.
I've probably slapped more than that. I played sports.
Yeah, me too. That's fair. We used to beat
just
the
get
shit
in
out
there.
of each other at
Yeah.
volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
My personal favorite, and this name actually was the one that really inspired me to start keeping the list because it was just too good to pass up. Dixon Herbush.
Oh.
And I thought that was his name.
How many?
None.
I
Just
wonder
one.
if his name is Dixon.
Herbush. What if that was his name?
Oh.
Yeah, you hear it now?
Yeah.
You have to yell it out loud to really get
Dixon.
it. Dixon Herbush. Like, that's clever. I liked that one.
Yeah.
And then we were also playing that time with and poor Anita. Anybody that has the name Anita, I'm really sorry.
I know one Anita.
Yeah, me too. I know one as well. But we played with Anita Handjob. And what was the other one?
I can't remember.
Oh, God, there were so many. But Anita Handjob was one.
I feel like it was like Anita Ho or something. I can't remember.
It was worse than that. It was a body part, I think. Butt Cheeks.
Butt cheeks.
I remember him. Your mom's queef.
Your mom's queef. They actually messaged me.
Your mom. Yeah.
We'll do that in
they
another
did.
episode.
People, people are so mean.
Yeah.
They're
actually,
awful.
I can probably remember that message because I've not been called a whale in a really long time.
And he did.
And he also said KYS and then called me an ugly whale in my messages.
And the reason he did this was because everybody in our squad accidentally team killed him.
Yeah.
It was an accident. In this case, it was
sometimes the names just don't pop up.
Yeah, no, the tags really don't.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of
And
team
when you're
killing.
constantly walking in front of somebody who's aiming their gun, you're gonna fucking die that way, you dweeb. But anyways, so like the whole team, the whole squad's like, what are you going to say back to him? I can't believe people are acting that way. You're not fat. And I'm over here like, I type back LOLs. This is what I type back. And they said something about, you team killed me. And I said, he said, GG's though, because at the end, the game ended and we won, I think.
Yeah, we did.
And I don't know where I was on the list, but we had won. And he said, GG's though. And I said, so sorry. And he said, hey, do you want to team up?
No.
Motherfucker.
No.
You just called me an ugly whale and told me to kill myself.
Well, and that's what's ridiculous is because, like, they literally sit there and they will pop your jaw and shit down your throat. And then as soon as they find out that you're a girl, they want to, I'm in love. I think I'm in love with you. And
I love every second of the shit talking that happens.
And it's so toxic.
But I grew up in it and it's so familiar. You know, like that's all me and my sisters did growing up was shit talking, and our cousins. Like it was whoever could back talk the best. It was like a competition.
Me, I get my feelings hurt and I have to I mute everyone and keep my mic up.
And most of the time I just sit there and listen because one of them was going to get hit. So I just sit there and listen because I learned my lesson, but I picked up on all these little things. And I'm ready to go.
Yes.
But then I don't give it. I just like LOLs because it's that actually pisses them off.
Oh yeah, the non-reaction.
And so every time mom would whoop me after age 5, I laughed at her.
Oh good.
Because I had to give it
still alive,
reciprocation.
Honestly. I don't know.
I mean, I've got some scars, man.
Well,
I've got some scars.
You know who else has scars?
Who?
Jesus Saves 55.
Jesus Saves 55 playing Call of Duty.
The couple weeks ago when
I bet that's somebody's like grandpa.
What is that sniper grandpa that's on?
Yeah.
I love him. He's great. That's probably, if my dad could get into video games, that would be him. He'd be just giggling and he'd snipe somebody from like 1,000 years away. But the other day, well, not the other day, a couple weeks ago when we had that guy shooting the people off the interstate, you know, somebody in Call of Duty changed their name to Joseph Couch.
Oh my God.
And made their tag Exit 49. I was just like, oh my God. Come on now.
People are fucking wild.
So are salty boobs. And then I saw burp on my mom's neck. Like, what?
Excuse me?
Burp on my mom's neck. That literally, that makes me feel hot.
I just like imagine that whole thing happening. It's like a hot breath on your neck, and then like you wait 3 seconds and you have to breathe again. And you smell it because it's just a little behind.
Oh.
And you couldn't hold your breath long enough.
And on that note, we'll just put that down. That one made me feel some type of way.
And guys, this is also a PSA to your children. Play on that. Like, watch what your children are doing, y'all.
Yeah, like, so I know for a fact some of those names were kids that were under the age of 16.
Yeah. Me, I don't care because my kids know what a queef is. So.
Especially your mom's queef. Or cheese queef. That was one too.
Yeah, they know what a queef is. We're not scared of talking about shit. And honestly, when you call people a queef on a normal basis, your kids are going to hear it sometimes and you're going to have to explain yourself. So watch what comes out of your mouth too. If you don't want your kids to know that information, you shouldn't be saying it out of your mouth.
And don't make it your gamer tag on Call of Duty.
Your mom's queef.
Your mom
called me an ugly whale.
Hershey Squirts 69. I had that earlier today.
Me too.
But anyway, moving on.
Those were such bad. That's a horror story.
Yeah, let's just not.
That's a horror story.
We'll tell poop stories later. I'm not in the poop brain. I'm in the fall brain.
No, I've pooped so much today.
Listen, I ate a pineapple and I've not been right since. So
it's good for your gut.
It is.
Yeah.
And no, girl, I'm cleaned out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Halloween time.
It is.
And it's my favorite time.
Spooky season.
We're gonna do something. I haven't figured out what yet. Something specialer for Halloween next week.
Is that a word?
It is now.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll figure something out because we like to live life on the fly. But no, I want to hear your Halloween stories.
Okay.
Today. Do you have any? I have a couple.
I have a couple of like personal Halloween, like ghost hunting-esque stories. Yeah.
Oh God, mine are all party stories. Well, no, there's some haunted house
I
stories.
have a couple of parties too, and a haunted house. Yeah.
I have an infamous party. It's
Okay.
like it lives in infamy. Honestly,
I want to.
that night screwed my life up forever. Honest to God.
Well, let me tell you about my first Halloween party.
Hit it. Tell me.
So my bestie Laura, my late bestie Laura, her and I were haunted buddies with Spooky Booze, if you will.
Like you were haunted or you went haunting?
Both, probably.
Okay.
But we would sneak into places a lot. We've talked about this before. This isn't new news.
No, it's not. And we also don't condone it now. Don't go do it.
Yeah. And if it's anybody's fault, it's hers, but she's dead and you can't do anything about it. So, fuck off.
She's haunting on her own now.
She's out there trespassing without y'all knowing.
Without anybody knowing.
Really, she probably is, though. She said that she would. 100%.
One day when I pass away, I want somebody to put my ashes underneath the floor at Cabela's.
Oh.
Because I want to haunt the pipes like Moaning Myrtle.
At Cabela's.
At Cabela's.
Yeah.
But I'll be bitchin' Becky.
Bitchin' Becky.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to put that on your headstone.
Please do.
I will.
Well, no, there won't be a headstone. I'll be a pile of dirt. I'm supposed to be going.
I'll put it on the grave marker between your parents then.
Okay. Well, I think there'll be a pile of dirt too. I'm not really sure what's happening. Hopefully,
Susie,
we don't have
Hank,
to figure
and
that
Bitch
out.
and Becky in the middle.
3 big piles of dirt. Yes. Okay. Continue. Sorry.
Anyways, so we had grown up in similar ways. And we're a trauma bond hardcore, but like a sisterhood, really. And one of the first Halloween parties I ever went to, because I stayed away from that crowd after high school.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get my life straightened out. I was high and mighty, like had my nose turned up, doing all the right things. And then I fell in love with Laura, and we did some really awesome things that weren't really that bad. It was a really good time. You got to keep yourself safe. But
well, yeah,
we hang out with all people from all walks of life. We always have. I have. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. If we can have a conversation together, you're cool with me. And so we were invited to the swingers party.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
Like the upside down pineapple or whatever the fuck it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Was there trapezes? Did they have ropes?
Their decorations were on point. I will say that. Like, it was a big
How
shindig.
How does one just end up at a swingers party?
I did. I don't know how I end up knowing these people, but I did.
This is how you know you're meant to be in the beauty industry.
Yeah. I'm just accepting of everybody. And if you invite me to a party at a weird house, like, I'm not the kind of girl that walks in like, I'm in danger here. I'm not that girl, you know? Yeah. I just walk in like, what's going down? Let me do some cool people watching. And that's really what it was for me, was people watching. But we went to the swingers party, and there were people swinging for sure. And there was like a whole dance floor situation. The kitchen counters
were they swing dancing?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Like, there was like a whole like choreographed event. Like, it was big stuff.
I'm not interested in swinging. Like, I would like my feet need to stay on the ground. I don't want to swing anywhere. But I would like to just go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just want to go. Can I just be like
it's a good time. Those are some of the most open people. And it gave me the same feeling that I get whenever I go to a strip club.
Which I've also never done.
I love the strip club. And it's mainly because those people they're no judgment. Yeah, they're judging you, but who gives a fuck? You're at the strip club too.
Everybody just wants to see a tit, man.
Right.
You know?
I just want to see boobs, and that's what we're all
that
here
aren't
for.
mine. I just want to see boobs that aren't mine.
We're like brethren at that point, you know?
Like, girl, come on. I'll protect you. Come sit down.
So when you go to the swingers party, it's like brethren, and you do have to turn down some things from time to time.
No,
you know?
I don't want it in my butt.
No, I don't want to go to that room with you and test out your chains. Think so. But they had a whole room, and I got to see it, and it was dope as fuck. And I'm like, I'm going to build one of those downstairs. But then I built a business downstairs instead. So there goes my what is it? The red room?
Yeah.
But the whole kitchen countertop was lined with edibles. And then you open the fridge.
Okay.
And they had a pretty big, I mean, it was a nice house. You open the fridge, and there was... the whole fridge was filled with Jell-O shots. You open the freezer, and there's even more things in there. So I'm walking around double fisting a Sugar Daddy edible and a Rice Krispie edible at the same time, watching these people do all these things with all these lights.
Your treats.
With my treats, just sitting here, and I wasn't drinking. I might have had one. You know, I didn't get cuckoo crazy pants, but I was just nibbling on those edibles a little bit at a time. I was taking them home. Them things were huge. Like that would have lasted me forever. So I was just walking around with these edibles, nibbling a little drink, watching these people just live their best life, no strings attached. And it's like art. It's like, this is how God made us to be. Not
swingers.
I mean, it made them the swingers to be swingers.
Yes.
But like,
I was like,
I feel like me as a person, I'm not into that. Like, I'm very
right. Like
one
you do
way.
you.
My friendships go down deep, though. Yeah. Like, I've got a lot of good friendships. But as far as like physical, no, thank you. My husband is plenty enough for me. Thank you.
And that's that.
And that's that.
So you're at a Halloween swingers party.
Yeah. And so these people are dancing around, having a good time. And there's also like a haunted field outside.
It's always a field.
And that's one thing that I could not, because that sounds like real terror. I'm at an unfamiliar place with people who are doing unfamiliar to me
in a
things.
Field.
In a dark field with spooky people.
But did we not do field parties in high school?
I did.
Like, that shouldn't have scared you?
Yeah, but I had started to step away from alcohol at this point too.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Anyway, valid reasons, but I was just more aware and with it, nibbling on my edibles than I've ever been with alcohol. Alcohol, I feel like, is toxic to my DNA.
Well, I think it's actually proven to be toxic to your DNA.
Yeah. I come from long lines there. So I try to stay away from it for the most part, unless it's a glass of wine every now and then. I'll do that.
Moderation.
Yeah.
We love moderation. But haunted field.
Yeah, so I'm in my awareness, and then also like having this like epiphany moment, like I probably shouldn't go in that field. And I actually listened to myself that time.
You didn't go into the field?
I did not. It gave me the creeps. It gave me the weirds. There was some predator out there about to grab my ass, and I know it. And I wasn't trying to be touched.
I mean, I feel that.
So I kept my boundaries, and I stayed safe.
You stayed away from the field.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know.
Nah,
don't know about that.
See, like, I usually avoid things outside like that. Like, haunted houses are my favorite thing on this planet. I love them. Like, and what sucks is no one will go with me. Like, I have to go alone.
I'll go with you.
Thank fuck. I mean, I can't, obviously, again, this
Should we get a wheelchair accessible one?
I don't think they make those every time. But I love haunted houses. Like, it is, I'm there, like, everywhere. I'm okay. I don't like the ones where they can touch you. I like the more, like, extreme ones. But, like, don't touch me. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it depends. You know, I gotta you got to take a pill before you go in there. You know what I mean?
It's different when you see the world around you for what it actually is, and somebody is coming at you with a chainsaw.
Right.
You know?
Like, I can see that it has no chain on it. But see, that's the thing, though. Like, I
have to see it first, though. I have to be able to see it to be comfortable again.
I'm a haunted house actor's worst nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I don't react. I'd laugh. I mean, I cut up with them. Because my goal is to make them break character. I've done it twice.
Yeah. I walk through and say things like, oh my God, you're so cute. Let me look at you. Come here.
Yeah. Well, see, and like that's how I get left alone. Because I'm always the one that gets put in the front. Mm-hmm. I'm in the front. And I'm like, really, y'all, now, come on. And I always go with I always go with Sherry. Because Sherry and Paul are the only two that will ever, they love them just as much as I do.
Yeah.
But we've not been able to go in a long, we got to go I think it was last year. Recently. We got to go recently. But I moved away, so we didn't get to do a lot.
Aww.
But nobody else would go with me. So I had to do a lot alone. But, you know, I stay away from anything like trail outside because
there's always a hole that you're gonna
because of my
find.
ankles. Like honestly, like I literally wear boots when I go just in case. Yeah. Because like, you know, pivoting is not even my friend. So which it might be now that everything's fixed. But so and I'm really jumpy. I'm getting more jumpy as I'm getting older.
Yeah, me too.
But we went one time, and I think it was the one out. It's off Nicholasville Road. It's that plantation house. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but we went to theirs, and I didn't know that this was one that they were allowed to touch you in. Oh. Right? Nobody prepared me for that. Okay, and it was completely black. Like what they did is you walked in. And they shut the door and like all the lights are off and there's like people everywhere in there and you have to like find a key or something. Like, I don't know what the hell we were supposed to do, but you had like 30 seconds to do it. And like people are like, well, I had a hoodie on, right? A chartreuse hoodie. Like it didn't matter. I shone like a beacon, you know, in the dark. So they all fucking flocked to me. And I didn't know that they were going to touch me. And there was this little one. Okay. I think it was a kid, which makes it even worse.
Did you kick it? Did you kick a kid, Becky?
Just wait. So I didn't know. Well, this stupid little motherfucker runs up and grabs my hood and ape swings around on my hood. And I punch it square in the ribs. I shot it across the room.
Oh my God.
It scared the piss out of me. I think I peed a little. And I was just like, ha! And like he scratched my neck. Like I had marks.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I was just like, I just tell you what. Listen here, little Einstein. You're going to go on a trip in your favorite rocket ship right here in a minute. And I did. I sucker punched that. It was either a midget or a child. I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
It felt like a child. I'm sorry. It scared me to death. Okay. And then everybody else is hollering and you know in the corner. I'm like, I need out of here immediately. So we didn't find the key.
No?
No.
Oh, damn.
So I don't know what we were supposed to unlock, but we didn't get to it. And then we went to Fright Night or Terror on Tate's Creek or whatever the hell it is. The one out, Wicked World Scaregrounds. That's what it is.
Yes.
We went there. And that's one of my favorites. We always go to that one because you've got the 3 of them there.
Yeah.
But I think last year they upgraded like the haunted trail part. And I was terrified to go anyway because of my ankle.
Yeah.
But I wore a brace, so it was fine. But we went to that and we went on the trail part. And I don't know who the fuck made that a trail, but there's some steep ass parts and I about busted ass a couple times. But they had this one part, they built like this wall, I guess, something. And there's this bitch up there on top of it. Right. And I'm not looking up. Okay. I'm looking down because I'm trying not to step in any holes. Right. And she was like pretending to hang herself, I guess.
Oh.
And she swung down like she was in a harness. Like it wasn't.
Oh.
Yeah. But it scared I swung at her. I did. I swung at her. You know, I was like, oh. but she swung down like Tarzan right in front of me
Oh
by her
my
head.
God.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was
That's a
really
little
cool. And like
Scary. I love the theatrical ones.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
wonderful. I laughed afterwards, but it
Yeah.
did scare me. But I stood back. Like I stepped off to the side of the trail and just like watched as the next people came through because I wanted to watch her do it.
Yeah.
It was so cool. Like if she really did swing by her head, that girl. Which I've seen it done. Them aerial acrobatics people are crazy.
They are. That's a lot.
Listen, but
That is so cool. We'll have to try that one out.
No, I think we need to videotape ourselves going to haunted houses.
We need like one of those cams.
Yeah, one of the like the GoPros.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love that shit. I eat it up. The Terrifier comes out today. I mean, I can't go see it because I'm handicapped, but I mean, I could. I just don't want to. Movies are fucking expensive.
Colby and I have been to 2 the last month, and they weren't too bad.
That's because you wait till the last second to go to them when nobody cares about them anymore.
Yeah, I don't have to see them first day, for sure.
See, I like the inside scoop. I like to be right there.
I don't care about that. That's part of the rat race. It's not in my brain anymore.
I just wait at this point. I'll wait
see it when I see it. There's been a couple of movies I've been talking for like 3 or 4 years. I really want to watch that movie. I still haven't watched it.
No, but I love Halloween parties. I haven't got to go to a good Halloween party. Well, actually, no, I went to a good one last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one was fun. I didn't know anybody, so it was kind of awkward, but I made the best of it. Yeah. I was Wally. That was the first time I ever did a couple's costume.
Yeah. Were you super cute?
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Wally's a cute thing to be.
Wally. Well, if I relate to anything, it's Wally.
Yeah.
I went as Wally and then she was Eve.
That's cute.
Yeah. But that was fun.
Wishful thinking.
Well, that helped. But,
that helped.
Do you have any like Halloween party stories? I have a very significant one. It's really shaped the.
Let me hear yours and see if
part of the reason. It's another reason why I'm in the shape that I'm in.
Oh, was
it contributed?
Break your foot party?
It wasn't a break my foot party, but it was a tear my calf muscle party.
Oh shit!
It was a mess. No, it was bad.
Tell me.
No, so when I was at Coastal, right? Which, by the way, CCU is having an incredible football season. I'm so proud of them. They've only lost one game. Yeah. So
I don't keep up with
and homecoming's this weekend, so Sean's up. Just throwing that out there. But so when I went to Coastal, that was like the first time that I got to branch out and be whoever I thought I should be at the time. Yeah. Right. And so this was my second year. This was the semester from hell. Let me tell you, it was awful. Like I ended that semester. We had to do, I was in marine chemistry, physics, like advanced physics, advanced calculus. Like it was bad. That semester fucked me and it fucked my GPA.
I couldn't imagine.
It was awful. We had to turn in a study guide assignment with the final in my marine chemistry class. I literally got so stressed out that I got a nosebleed all over it. And I had to turn it in covered in blood. She said, "You can keep it."
You're one of I feel like this needs to be said because people take advantage of your stature, like how tall you are. And I feel like they don't look at you as the sensitive human that you are.
No.
But then you're here with a broken or no longer broken, but
surgically
previously
altered
broken leg and nosebleeds when you get anxious and stressed.
I have a picture of that too, a big blood-stained paper. I said she wouldn't take my assignment. It was a mess. Well, because we had Hurricane Florence. So we had evacuated for 5 weeks. We were 1 week away.
And this was the semester you were taking all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Holy.
Yeah. I had to take all that online for 5 weeks.
This is a terrifying
It was awful.
story. This is scary.
Not only did my apartment flood. Honestly, in a campfire song. But we were out for 5 weeks for Florence. I was in 3 of the biggest classes and hardest classes of my major all at the same time. I was having to drive. That's just how it fell. If I wanted to graduate, that's how it fell. And
you do that to people.
Oh, it was so bad. I was so sick. That was the semester that I was taking fistfuls of muscle relaxers to sleep.
I'm sure.
Yeah, because I was just so stressed out I couldn't do it. So we get back, and I was an officer in our scuba club, so like I had and we were trying to plan spring break. Like it was a mess. It was a fucking mess.
College is always nonstop.
No, and then my truck blew up. My transmission went out in the middle of one of the busiest highways in South Carolina and most dangerous.
Yeah.
It shit out on me. I had just enough speed to coast into the parking lot and park it. It was awful. And I didn't get my car back for 6 weeks. So I had to rely on everybody to take. Oh, it was awful. So I was a mess. Yeah. So we finally get back and we're like, we're going to throw an Aqua League Halloween party. Okay. We're going to have a big party.
I love that.
Right. And I'm like, holla, like I've never got to do anything like this. You know, like I was excited because I didn't get to party or do anything like that the first time I went through school because I lived at home.
And you never actually did party. Wink, wink,
No.
Mom and Dad.
No, I'm
kidding.
I didn't. I went to a couple, but they scared me so bad that I just stayed home. Yeah. Honestly, I was not a partier. I still am not. But so we planned this big party, right? And I was 26 at the time. So I was older than everybody else there. And I'd never been to a party like this. Okay. This is my first one ever. I have no experience. None. Okay. And we went over to the girl's house. Well, first and foremost, would you like to know what I was? What my Halloween costume was?
Yes.
I was a pineapple. like literally a pineapple. Well, because we were having a boat party. So like we were taking all the Aqua Leaguers out on the boat and we were going out into the ocean for our Aqua League party. That's what we did. It was so fun. We went on a boat ride.
That sounds dangerous.
It was. It should have been.
Yeah.
It actually was. Actually, one of the other officers, now that I remember, she fell down the ladder down into the hole for the bathroom. She fell and like busted the shit out of her shin. She couldn't walk. I think she broke. I honest to God think she broke something.
That poor baby.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Yeah.
But there was that, and then we were having a party at the house after that, and then another house party from another classmate over in a different neighborhood later because it didn't start till like 11 or something. This is back when I could stay up past 7:30 p.m.
It's hard now.
It's awful. Yeah. God, you hit your 30s and you just tank.
You don't eat Taco Bell after
7:30 p.m. But as you know now. But so we go over, I get dressed. My roommates and some of my other friends were coming with us to this party. So we all dressed up as fruits because we were going as a fruit salad. And then the people in Aqua League, I was SpongeBob's house. Because one was dressing up as Mermaid Man and the other one was dressing up as Barnacle Boy. And I was just SpongeBob's house.
Cool.
We have really cute pictures. So we get to we decided we were all going to ride together to the dive shop to get on the boat, right? And so we get to this house maybe around 11 a.m. Okay? We get there and they're making Jell-O shots, right? Mm-hmm. They're on their 100th tray.
Oh.
She opens the fridge. It's just solid Jell-O shots everywhere, all the way. And like, there's
the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in it.
But it was the worst flavors. It was orange, green, and yellow. I think there was red. There's red too, because I couldn't have the blue ones because of the blueberry. Oh. But I'm like, and I've never had Jell-O shots before. But she's making them like there's not an ounce of water in that shit. It's literally just straight vodka, like you know. Yeah. Well, so at 11 a.m. I have 47 Jell-O shots. Yes. This is bad.
You are always doing the most, Rebecca.
No, this instance, like this situation, is the reason.
How many?
47.
Of straight vodka Jell-O shots.
Yes.
Were they the...
They were the, like, maybe ounce cups. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. This is the instance that made me stop drinking, except for like very rarely socially.
Knowing how sensitive you are. At
that point in my life, I was not sensitive.
A little bit more desensitized, I'm sure.
I was drinking a lot at that point. Which it doesn't even make sense why, because I don't like alcohol. I never have. But like
everybody else was. It was peer pressure.
Yeah. But I literally that whole semester, because it was so bad, I was drinking a bottle of wine a night and falling asleep in the bathtub. Like, that's what I was doing. So, like, no, it didn't even faze me.
It takes me about 3 bottles to.
And I'm a big
sometimes.
kid over here, you know, like there's a lot of surface area to soak it up, but like, no, 47 Jello shots at 11 a.m. Right. So I started early.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel I'm fine. I'm not fine, but I'm fine. Right. When we get to the dive shop. Okay. And so now we have to shape up because all of the Aqua League kids are coming, and these are like freshmen. It's all ages. Like, we have to be appropriate. We're officers. Like, we can't act stupid.
Oh.
What did we do? Act stupid.
Of course.
And I have video evidence of it all. But it's fantastic.
Terrible examples.
Oh, terrible. Mm-hmm. Because they were letting they got wristbands. When they came in, they were letting people drink if they were of age. And of course, nobody's fucking paying attention. Of course, everybody's fucking throwing back White Claws like a bunch of frat girls. One of the girls falls down the ladder, hurts herself. Like, somebody threw up. I remember somebody throwing up.
There's always somebody fucking throwing up.
And it was somebody underage, too. So, like, we got in trouble. So we finally, that's over. Okay. And I had a couple drinks on the boat. Right. So we're 47 Jello shots.
We're probably to 50.
Couple drinks. It was like a beer and like a White Claw. Like, it wasn't shit, you know?
Yeah.
And so we get back and we're like, okay, well, we're going back to so-and-so's house. Okay. So we go back to so-and-so's house. I also had never been around weed before at this point in my life. And we get back to the house and the girl, she brings this bag out, right? And it's this big old fucking gallon jar of just bud. And I'm like, you just walk around with that? Mm-hmm. No, I'm like,
yeah.
Because I was still kind of in my judgmental phase at this point. I cared a little more than I should have. And I was like, you just walk around with a whole, like, what is that, a pound? Like, it was a lot.
Did she have a backpack too?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you? And she's like,
I had one of those too.
Well, and like, it was known.
And they just show up.
Yes.
Randomly.
Well, and she was a member. Like, she had a right to be there. But it's just like, and everybody smoked weed. Like, it wasn't, I'd never seen anything like it in my entire life.
Every house party I've been to, somebody come in with a big ass backpack with a huge amount of weed. Just passing it out like
walk
candy.
Around with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd have to take the sewers.
It's a job. But it didn't matter what friend group I was with. He was the same dude.
Yeah.
He went through all of
rounds,
them. Yeah.
Hitting it. But like, so she whips this fucking thing out and they start rolling shit up. And I'm just like, in the corner, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm drinking again. Like, I'm laid out on the couch because I'm starting to like feel it at this point. And everybody, they're dancing and hollering and singing. There's more Jello shots, so I have a few more of those. I think we got up to 63 total ones. And I'm just like, okay, no more. I can't do that anymore. Yeah. And they're like, okay, well, now we're going to the other party. And so we get in an Uber. This is also my first Uber.
Oh.
I've never been in an Uber before.
Yeah.
And there's 9 people in an SUV. I had a girl laying across my lap.
I'm happy you all Ubered, though.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Absolutely. Always. That was one thing. They might have been party animals, but they were mostly responsible.
Yeah. And as long as you are.
Right. It's fine. But, so we get in this Uber, and this girl's on my fucking lap, and, like, she's snockered. Like, she's gone.
Did you have a lady boner?
I did. No, but she was, like, gyrating on top of me. I think she did. It wasn't at me. She was just like in her own little world. Like, I don't know what was going on in there, but something was.
You could have totally took her home.
No, I couldn't have. She had a boyfriend.
Okay.
I didn't want to take her home.
Could have.
There was no, I didn't want to. It was fine.
She wanted a finger.
She ended up my roommate
kidding.
later.
I'm kidding.
It's okay. I ended up touching her dildo, so it was fine.
Was that the one?
Was her. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was her.
Yeah.
I got closer to her than I wanted. But, yeah, so that's actually how our friendship started, I think.
I love this for you.
Yeah. My friends used to always tell me that I would always have a harem of women.
Yeah.
But they were all just straight women that just enjoyed a lesbian company, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I feel like for me, your company like allows me, which it's weird. It's so weird because like I don't go hang out with dudes. because it's disrespectful to my husband, I feel like,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll play in a group with some dudes, like we'll play games with them or whatever, or like card games. It's normally couples, but like I respect my husband in that way. But with you, it's different for some reason.
Well, I mean, I'm safe.
But it's because I'm straight, you
Yes.
know? Like,
Mhm.
there's no concern there at all. And I'm like, you're somebody that I don't have to put
Mm-mm.
myself together for.
No, you literally
know?
just pissed on my couch not too long ago.
It wasn't on your couch. It was in my underwear and it caught it.
Close enough.
Yeah, but I can't tell you what's happening in this chair right now.
Oh my God, under my blanket.
I'm not, the blanket's not touching it. Not that it matters.
Oh my God. So get back up.
Quit being so stuck up.
Quit pissing on my furniture like a chihuahua.
I'm not peeing. You're peeing.
I see you pee. But no, so we're on our way to this fucking party, right? This is a mess. This has turned into such a shit show. This is supposed to be Halloween stories.
It is. That's what we're doing.
It is. But what was our Uber driver was dressed like Jigsaw. So imagine getting into a fucking SUV minivan
so
thing.
cool.
I don't know who it was. They wouldn't talk. They literally would just like and like look at me, and we'd be like,
I love this. Yeah.
we just go, like, didn't say a word, nothing. And so and they're driving around. They gave us candy. It probably had needles in it or something. I don't know. I didn't eat it. Yeah, I was
just
too
looking
scared.
for a good tip from some drunk people.
Listen, if I'd had the tip money, I would have done it.
I'd say that Uber SUV on Halloween or any other party night.
Oh no, it was bopping.
Yeah.
Like they were making money.
Mhm.
They didn't have any. They ran out. And this is in Myrtle Beach.
Jeez.
Well, so we finally Jigsaw finally drops us off at this party. And I feel so bad saying this because, like, he's my friend, but, like, his party was so lame.
Oh.
It was so lame.
Aww.
Like, nobody did anything. Everybody just kind of stood there.
Yeah.
And, like, it looked like a home interiors party in there. It was bad.
He was hoping for a hangout space. And y'all needed a different vibe.
It was his girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, it was his girlfriend. It was her party, and we were just kind of there. And they were trying... I even tried to play beer pong, and even that was a dud. Like it was bad. But then, so the same, like, the same gyrator, like, she ended up making out with me because she was drunk.
That adds so much more to the dildo story.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this was before or after you touched her sticky dildo?
Way before.
Okay.
This was literally the first time we ever hung out.
Okay.
Yeah. But we were all intoxicated. Like, nobody can be held responsible for that. Like, I don't even think she remembers it, but I sure do.
I've made out with some people drunk too. Sometimes
she's the only one that I've ever, but I don't get drunk. This is the only time that I've ever done this, honest to goodness.
Yeah.
So she's fucked beyond belief. And they're like, let's go to the club. And at this point, I'm like, you know, like I'm shit faced.
Yeah.
You know,
this feels so familiar.
Right. And so we end up at Broadway on the beach.
Ooh.
Oh my God. I don't even remember what the fuck the place was called, but they were playing Thriller, and we were in this fucking Me as a Pineapple.
Having the best time with your little pineapple self, though, weren't you?
And we were there, and then the poor girl that fell down the ladder, she was on a dating app at the time.
Oh.
And, like, apparently this guy, like, she matched with somebody, and, like, she was supposed to meet him there, and he showed up. And he tried to, like, grind on her and shit, and we, like, body checked him. And I literally stepped right between the two of them. I said, mm-mm. And I started dancing with her instead because she's like, I don't want him. Like,
I was always that person with my friend group that I went to the club with, too.
That's why I have a harem of women, is because everybody wants my protection. Because I'm Gwendolyn with my big old...
I never thought about it that way.
Ironclad ass back here.
I did go out with a lot of people, though.
Yeah. I didn't.
Yeah.
I was the protector. I was the one that drove everybody home. I never got to be the drunk one. But this time I was fucked. Beyond belief.
Figured it out really quick that as long as I had like 6 shots as soon as we got to the bar, that I would have a good time and be sober by the time we left.
Yeah. See, no,
And I would go in and just double fist back to back until I got where I wanted, and then I'd let it go.
Yeah.
I didn't chase the drunk. I just wanted to have a good time for a moment, and then I want to be back into reality.
I like acting stupid, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were at this club. Everybody's drinking, and I'm broke. Like, I'm poor. So I didn't drink. I quit drinking. Mm-hmm. But I had started drinking. It was 3 a.m. when I stopped.
From 11 a.m.
the previous day. Yeah. And finally, I was just like, y'all, I gotta go home. I need to go home. And somebody had to take me home because my truck was exploded.
Oh.
So I had to wait. And somehow somebody got into a fight. A fight occurred between everybody at some point in the night. And so everybody went to bed mad. I still don't have a clue what was going on because I was not on this planet. But I
was in there making out with each other. I can't imagine what it was.
Well, I wasn't part of the fight. I don't know what the hell it was.
You went to a swingers party and
I didn't even know it. Yeah. But somehow I made it home. I don't remember how I got there. I have no clue. So we get there, and by the time I laid down, it was 5 a.m. I'd never done that before. I'd had 63 Jell-O shots, count at least 6 or 7 mixed drinks and a few beers.
That's a lot.
I was sick.
I bet you felt that for a couple
days. Mm. Yes. I woke up the next day. I threw up most of the day.
Did you eat Waffle House afterwards?
No, I couldn't go anywhere. Everybody I knew was drunk or had got on some hookup list or something. Like, it was a mess. But, oh, God, I was so sick. Oh, it was so nasty. And I slept all day. And it was Sunday. Like, I had class at 8 a.m. the next morning. And I was just like, I stayed home. I couldn't do it. I was like, and I lived like on campus. There's no excuse for me to miss. I couldn't do it.
I still get invited to some of those parties.
Oh, I can't hang. Not anymore.
I can't either.
Maybe in my
I
wheelchair.
turn them down every time.
Maybe, but I will not be drinking.
Well, it's just the business that I'm in. We have
you're
some younger girls in. And they're always like, especially the college girls. Sometimes they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm doing this weekend. You should come."
Yeah. But so
you go right on ahead, but call me if you need me.
If you need me to come get you, let me know. But so really, that whole experience, I felt like ass for days, right? But it really came to a head, right, when I had to get in the pool. We were doing some diving practice, right?
Yeah.
And I went, we were just playing around. And this should be my clue to just not have any fun ever.
Fancy.
At that point in my life, it was a mess. But so I dove off the side, and this is like maybe 4 days after this, and I was so dehydrated. Like, it was bad. I dove off the side of the pool and popped my calf muscle.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Bad decisions.
And that motherfucker bruised. Mm-hmm. It was nasty. I couldn't walk. I literally could not walk.
You got to learn your own limits there, sis.
I didn't know him. Well, I know him now, bitch.
Well, we all out here walking around trying to be somebody that's not us. We're looking at other people and like, well, they had 72 Jell-O shots. I should be fine.
Literally.
And no, honey, you're not. Sit down. Be humble.
No.
Quit pushing things like that.
I was, in fact,
to the limit.
Not hot to go.
Because that leads to this horror story that I see in front of me and this horror story.
Yeah, it all makes sense now, doesn't it? But that was probably one of the best Halloweens I ever had, though.
So if you're listening to this before Halloween, let this be a reminder to be safe.
Please be safe.
Have your plan worked out.
Do not drive impaired.
Go in a group of people. Never leave your friends behind. Never let them leave your vision.
Nope. Not this day and age.
Mm-mm.
Not anymore.
You stay together. You play together. You go home.
Together.
Everybody. Nobody left behind.
Yep. So with that, we will leave you. And until next week.
Until next time.
Whatever. Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.